Greetings students. Today we are going to learn about one of USA's leading interrelated company, Google. Most of us at least once must have heard the name of the company Google. Let us know this company in a much better way. Google Incorporation is an American multinational corporation specializing in internet-related services and products. These include search, cloud computing, software, and online advertising technologies. Most of its profits are derived from AdWords. Google was founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin while they were PhD students at Stanford University. Together, they owned about 16% of its share. They incorporated Google as a privately held company on September 4, 1998. An initial public offering followed on August 19, 2004. Its mission statement from the outset was to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And its unofficial slogan was, "Don't be evil." In 2006, Google moved to headquarters in Mountain View, California, nicknamed the Googleplex. The corporation has been estimated to run more than 1 million service and data centers around the world and to process over 1 billion search requests and about 24 petabytes of user-generated data each day. In December 2012, Alexa listed Google.com as the most visited website in the world. Numerous Google sites in other languages figure in the top 100, as do several other Google-owned sites such as YouTube and Blogger.
It's an office that doesn't look like one. Free snacks. Free meals. In the gym, free weights. Plus, places to play music. And every other amenity they could think of.
What do you need a tent for?
You know what? This is actually a great space for the odd meeting or to just come back, kick back.
The trend in most workplaces is less space, privacy, cost.
A lot of organizations talk about healthy workplaces, but really they're trying to save money on real estate, in my opinion.
The workstations at Google's new Toronto office aren't huge, but with all the extras, the buy-in is.
Could you work in an ordinary office now?
This is pretty extraordinary.
Google won't say what all this costs, only that it's worth it.
We look at it as a long-term investment in our people. We want to be able to train them and hang on to them.
Google's strategy seems clear, not just keep workers happy, selling ads and coming up with new ways to make money, but keep them in the building, working long hours. It works.
We actually do take time and go play arcade for a little while and hang out, and it's usually during those times that you get an idea when you're meeting with someone from a different department or a different team.
While human resources experts say all this can increase productivity short term, they also warn the novelties can wear off. And over time, people still have to feel they are treated well individually.
You can set an office up any way you want. The things that really show up are recognition, feedback, opportunity for career advancement.
But if you could get that, who wouldn't want free lunches too? Problem is, Google isn't like most companies. It's flush with cash in a high-growth sector and battling for the best talent. Meaning, while this may look like the office of the future, it's not necessarily yours.
Google began in January 1996 as a research project by Larry Page and Sergey Brin when they were both PhD students at Stanford University in Stanford, California. While conventional search engine rank results by counting how many times the search terms appeared on the page, the two theorized about a better system that analyzed the relationship between websites. They called this new technology PageRank. It determined a website relevance by the number of pages and the importance of those pages that linked back to the original site. In May 2011, the number of monthly unique visitors to Google surpassed 1 billion for the first time, in 8.4% increase from May 2010, 931 million. In January 2013, Google announced it had earned $50 billion in annual revenue for the year of 2012. This marked the first time the company had reached this feat, topping their 2011 total of $38 billion. The first funding for Google was on August 1998 contribution of $1 lakh from Andy Bechtolsheim, co-founder of Sun Microsystems, given before Google was incorporated. Early in 1999, while graduate students Rind and Page decided that the search engine they had developed was taking up too much time and distracting their academic pursuit, they went to Excite CEO George Bell and offered to sell it to him for $1 million. He rejected the offer and later criticized Vinod Khosla, one of Excite's venture capitalists, after he negotiated Rind and Page down to $750,000. On June 7, 1999, a $25 million round of funding was announced with major investors including the venture capital firms Kleiner Perkins, Cloudfield and Burns and Secure Capital. In March 1999, the company moved its offices to Palo Alto, California, which is home to several prominent Silicon Valley technology startups. The next year, against Page and Rind's initial opposition toward an advertising-funded search engine, Google began selling advertisements associated with search keywords. In order to maintain an uncluttered page design and increase speed, advertisement was solely text-based. Keywords were sold based on a combination of price bids and click-throughs, with bidding starting at 5% click. The complex became known as the Googleplex, a play on the word Googleplex, the number 1 followed by a Google zeros. The Googleplex interiors were designed by Clive Wilkinson Architects. 3 years later, Google bought the property from SGI for $319 million. By that time, the name Google had found its way into everyday language, causing the verb Google to be added to the Merriam-Webster College Year Dictionary and the Oxford English Dictionary, denoted as to use the Google search engine to obtain information on the internet. As of 2011, Google Incorporation owned and operated 6 data centers across the US, plus 1 in Finland and another in Belgium. On September 28, 2011, the company announced plans to build 3 data centers at a cost of more than $200 million in Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong and Taiwan, and purchase the land for them. Google said they will be operational within 2 years. For the 2006 fiscal year, the company reported $10.492 billion in total advertising revenues and only $112 million in licensing and other revenues. In 2011, 96% of Google's revenue was derived from its advertising programs. Using technology from the company DoubleClick, Google can determine user interest and target advertisements so they are relevant to their context and the user that is viewing them. In 2004, Google formed the not-for-profit philanthropic Google organization with a startup fund of $1 billion. The mission of the organization is to create awareness about climate change, global public health, and global poverty. One of its first projects was to develop a viable plug-in hybrid electric vehicle that can attain 100 miles per gallon. Google hired Larry Billion as the program's executive director in 2004, and the current director is Megan Smith. Google uses various tax avoidance strategies. Out of the 5 largest American technology companies, it pays the lowest taxes to the countries of origin of its revenues. The company accomplishes this partly by licensing technology through subsidiaries in Ireland, Bermuda, the Bahamas, and the Netherlands. This has reportedly sparked a French investigation into Google's transfer pricing practices. Following criticism of the amount of corporate taxes that Google paid in the United Kingdom, Chairman Eric Schmidt said it's called capitalism. We are proudly capitalistic. During the same December 2012 interview, Smith confirmed that the company had no intention of paying more to the UK's exchequer. In 2013, Smith responded to questions about taxes paid in the UK by pointing to the advertising fees Google charged UK companies as a source of economic growth. Google Vice President Matt Broughton testified to the Public Accounts Committee of the UK House of Commons that this UK sales team made no sales and hence owed no sales taxes to the UK. So students, we got to know about the various aspects of Google. Hope you must have got useful information about the company. Have a good day ahead.